We're not on.
Yeah. All right, guys. I've got graduate student forward Mackenzie Holmes, head coach Teri Moren, and senior guard Chloe Moore-McNeil. Go ahead and raise your hand for questions. Coach, if you want to start out with an opening statement, and then we'll take some questions.
Well, it's a great night for us. We've been anticipating, we've been really eager for this night to finally be here, and just grateful, for another opportunity to be a part of the field. Really good Fairfield team coming in to Bloomington, as well as Oklahoma and Florida Gulf Coast. So great field. We know that yeah, it's going to be a challenge no matter who we play. But we're so excited to be able to stay home here in Bloomington in front of Hoosier Nation.
We'll go questions for our student athletes. Our coach Moren. Talia, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations to all of you. You mentioned Fairfield's a really good team, a one-loss team. So what are just your initial thoughts on them as an opponent?
Well, I can only go off by the record. I watched them. I peeked down a little bit yesterday just because it was one of the few games that were on. But I was, to be honest with you, channel surfing, watching a lot of different games, guys and women. I know Carly quite well. She was at Minnesota as an assistant. Know her father extremely well. Basketball family. Excellent coach, and has her team playing very well. So there's no doubt that we have our work cut out for us.
Go Seth and then Amanda.
Yeah, Mackenzie, just how's your knee feeling? Obviously, that was something that came up near the end of the regular season. And I guess, Teri, are there any other, has your team been able to rest up and get healthy over the last couple of weeks? Are there any other updates from around the roster?
Mac, do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. I'm feeling a lot better. I think this past week I've been able to get some much needed rest from my knee, and I've been able to get back out on the floor. I've been practicing. So each day I think I'm feeling more and more confident on it, feeling better on it. So this week has been great for that on the aspect of the recovery of my knee.
And it's just been a good week for all of us, especially Mackenzie and certainly Sid. We had some other kids that have been a little bit dinged up. So this was a great week for us to rest a lot, although we did practice, but we really shortened it. It's been a good week. Yeah, today we had everybody. Yesterday was the first day we had everybody on the floor, so it was quite nice to see. Now it's go time for us. So we're going to take tomorrow off. Get acclimated with, the Fairfield. And when the guys get back here on Tuesday, we'll be ready to go.
Amanda and then Mike.
For any or all of you guys, I'm curious what this past week has been like, as you're practicing and everything, not knowing if you're going to be playing in Bloomington or not. And then how special is it that you're going to be able to do it one more time at Assembly Hall?
Yeah, I think obviously the staff's done a great job of keeping in mind of our injuries and things like that, and saving us as much as they can. And I think being on the court practicing this past week has been pretty fun and relaxed vibes before things get real.
Anybody else have anything to add?
No, we have really taken this week, I think, just to take advantage of the time. But just to answer your last question, we're grateful. We know how hard it is to be able to host. We were hopeful, some things had to happen this week that went our way. Anytime that you have an opportunity to play at home in front of your home fans, we really, like you said, we're not just excited, but really grateful that it worked out the way we wanted it to.
Go Mike and then Lou.
Yeah, one for Teri, one for Mackenzie. Teri, does having a crossover opponent help? Because they played Rutgers, I believe. Does that help you in kind of scouting? And then for Mackenzie, in terms of how you're feeling, are you feeling better than you did at this time last year, kind of going into the tournament with the knee and just kind of comparing those two? Do you feel physically better than you did a year ago?
Mike, I had no idea they played Rutgers. That's just how behind I am, right? And tomorrow will be the day, or tonight will be the night that we start getting ourselves acclimated with, Fairfield, seeing, I didn't realize that they played Rutgers, but, I don't know if that matters, because I'm going to guess it probably happened in pre-conference. And, just like us, we're a different team, now than we were in November. in December. And so, we will probably, our preparation will start, but it'll really be surrounded or around those teams, probably the last, 5 to 10 teams that they played.
And I would say I'm feeling much different than I was last March versus this March. I think I practiced maybe once or twice leading up to the Miami game, even after the Big Ten tournament. So I'm now in practices doing pretty much everything. So I'm feeling a lot better this March than I was last March, which is a great thing for me.
We'll go Lou and then Skip. You're on mute, Lou.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned how special it's been all season with the support you've had from Hoosier Nation. You average 10,000 a game. How special is it going undefeated all year at home that you get to play at home in the NCAA tournament on the bigger stage for Chloe?
Yeah, it's obviously really special and something that not every single team is blessed to have. And I think we're all just grateful that we can do that, and it can be at least 2 more times.
Mac, you want to add anything to?
I mean, I don't like the way I left things on senior night. Obviously, going out with an injury is not ideal, and so hosting was something that I wanted just to get the chance to play in front of Hoosier Nation. Like Chloe said, hopefully 2 more times, and I hope they show out for us. And I know they will. I know we have the best fans in the country, so I'm really excited to get a chance this week to play a couple more times at Assembly Hall.
Go Skip and then back around to Talia.
Congratulations to all of you. Coach, 7 Big Ten teams this year have been admitted into the Big Dance. Talk about the continued progression and this evolution of talent that's happened. And is this sustainable? And are you guys the best conference in the country?
Well, there's no doubt that it's sustainable. I mean, again, I talked a lot about that a year ago. Skip, I think, if you look across the board, there were a lot of, talk about the Pac this season, had a really, really great conference. But, everybody's going to argue that they play in the best conference, whether it's us, whether it's the ACC, SEC, Pac, it doesn't matter. The parity in women's basketball is across the board is just fantastic right now. With the additions of those further teams next year, it's even going to be a tougher, league. And, maybe a year from now or next year when we're talking, you'll probably hear me saying this is the best league, in the country right now. But, really proud of the Big Ten. Always say this, I think, some of the best players and some of the best coaches in the country, and year in and year out, it's a dogfight. And so congratulations to all those other Big Ten teams that are in the field as well, and it's well deserved.
Talia and then Pete.
For any or all of you, just from the buzz nationally, the excitement surrounding the women's tournament as a whole this year is just off the charts. Just how cool is that for you guys to be a part of this?
I mean, it's very exciting, a very exciting time to be a women's basketball player, and just the platform that we're given, and the, recognition it's gotten, the viewership it's gotten has been super special. I don't think any of us are surprised by it. I think it's just a matter of when it was going to happen, but it's super cool to see how it's really evolved since I was a freshman and now.
We'll go Pete and then Steph.
Yeah, hey, Teri, can you talk a little bit about the importance of guard play in the NCAA tournament? You have a strong collection of guards, and it seems like that's a huge benefit this time of year.
Well, there's no doubt, but we feel like, we have, the best, 5-man in the country. That's how we think of Mackenzie. But, we knew that we had to surround her with great guards, and, with Chloe and Sid and Sarah, Yarden, and then you can talk about Bo and Jules and, some of the other guards that we have off of our bench. We did that intentionally because all the attention that Mac seeks, we had to find, guys that were going to be on the outside that, teams were going to have to guard. But there's no doubt that, our guard play is going to have to be special once the tournament starts, this weekend. And I feel really confident about our guard play. It's been great all, throughout the entire season. Just look at our field goal percentage, look at our 3-point percentage. We've had moments where we've played some really good basketball. And, I think this group is really confident, not only in each other, but the fact that we have great balance. I think that'll prove to be something that's going to be important as well.
Seth, and then last question to Mike.
Teri, obviously not all your big games, but one of the bigger storylines with the team this year was, some of the more disappointing performances in some of the bigger games. And, when you look at the draw you guys got between a Fairfield team that's won a lot and some, whether Oklahoma or South Carolina are teams that could lie ahead. I know you'll say you have confidence in your team, but I guess where does the confidence come from that your guys can handle the tough draw you may have gotten?
Well, I mean, I think, we talk a lot about, it's one thing to come up short, to fail, and some of those have been super disappointed, but there's always a lesson inside of all those. And, you learn lessons throughout. And, there's just some nights where it's not your night. One of the things, look, we're a team that wants to win all of them, but we're not naive to think that we can't, we can. And so, we had a couple, one or two of those, Seth, but our body of work, throughout the season has proven time and time again that, this is a team that's competitive. It's a team that's connected. It's a team that's mature, experienced. And, we're going to face, anytime you get into this, you get into this tournament, it's going to be hard. There's going to be challenges no matter who you play, whether first round, second round, and so forth. And so, I think we're prepared. We're excited. We're excited, about the opportunity that we have to once again, practice together and be together and play.
Mike?
Yeah, Teri, two quick ones. In terms of Carly's father, Mike, did you just know him from his time in the WNBA, or did you have any prolonged interaction? And the second one, are you going to be less hard in terms of practice to stay healthy kind of over the next week? Is that something, how do you balance kind of trying to keep everybody healthy now?
Yeah.
Just because that's been an issue the last, 2 years and try not to have that happen again.
Sure. I've known Mike, just being in the league, with Grace a year ago, with some of the other players, Mackenzie, we have on our roster, there's conversations that happen throughout the season. He's been to several of our tournaments to watch us play. He'll be here, I know, to support his daughter, but probably also to see us play. And so that's sort of the relationship that I have with Mike. And you know what? I think Chloe alluded to it. I went shorter this week, but it was for the purpose of making sure we got to still stay competitive. We still have to kind of stay on the edge of our seat. And so, everything that we did, whether it was short, it was more intense, whether it was 3-on-3, 4-on-4, competitive in nature. That's how we approached this week while we were also getting some rest. So our prep will be the same as it always is. We'll watch film with them starting Tuesday when we get back, and then, we'll dive right back into, but we were tapering off even towards the end of the season, as far as our time on the floor. We still will watch film, we'll still lift, we'll still do all those things, but as far as our time on the floor, certainly we'll manage that. But you're right, it's not a concern. It's not something I want to think about, put it out there in the universe. So us staying healthy is going to be very, very important.
All right, thanks everybody.